Check 1, 2, Foxtail Rail Trail Race 2025, Happy Trails Racing, Athletics Ontario. Check 1, 2, Foxtail Rail Trail Race 2025, Happy Trails Racing. Partnering with La Sportiva, sanctioned by Athletics Ontario.
Okay. Let's we're good to go. So I'm just gonna switch it to live. You ready?
Yeah, count me down.
There you go. 1, 2. Now I gotta actually get over here.
Yeah.
Which software am I going for? This one. No, not this one. This one. Alright. You're on.
We are live. It is the 2025 Foxtail Rail Trail Race with Happy Trails Racing. I am John Shep, your Athletics Ontario podcast host, and now your Happy Trails Racing live stream commentator. We are here for our 50K, 25K, 10K, and 5K today at the 2025 Foxtail Rail Trail Race. We've got some, you know what, we got some pretty amazing things we're going to do. Come on, it's our first live stream, so you got to give us at least a little bit of grace. But we will have Grace Panoff, who is volunteer extraordinaire. We've got Jeff Rowthorne, we have La Sportiva. They're all going to be joining us to tell us all about their connection with the Foxtail Rail Trail Race. Hello, Jeff Rowthorne. As we said, this is our maiden voyage. Please give us some grace. There may be some technical difficulties. There may be some, let's say off-putting jokes. I really hope not, though. I am going to try to mind my P's and Q's. But as I said, this is Happy Trails Racing. We are at the Foxtail Rail Trail Race. We are thrilled to announce that we're partnering with La Sportiva for all of our Happy Trails Racing events this year. Not only will they be at our races, they will be at our interview desk as well, and they will have demo fleets of shoes to try, giving away 2 pairs of shoes at each event. So we are just waiting for the start of our 50K. We'll have the start of our 10K and 25K at 9 a.m. And you know what? The start of the 5K as well. They are going to be going fast, 9:15 a.m. I got to give a shout out to my friend Andrew Zhang, who tomorrow is going to be starting a 24-hour challenge, doing 5Ks every hour on the hour to raise money for Campfire Circle. I'll be there supporting him with Marvin Mendoza of Running Waters. And you know what? Middle of the night, we're going to be going 12 midnight till 9 a.m. And Andrew, please don't make me run 20-minute 5Ks. I don't know if my legs can do it, but you know what? We're going to do it because he's doing some great work. So again, check him out, Andrew Zhang on Instagram, raising money for Campfire Circle. So we are just about 20 minutes away from the start of our 50K race at Foxtail Trail Race 2025. I am John Shep, your commentator for today's event on our live stream. We've got runners starting to come in. Also, cannot do this without the support of Athletics Ontario. The Happy Trails racing events are sanctioned by Athletics Ontario. And hey, if you're interested, the Athletics Ontario Ambassador Program is open for applicants. For 2025, it's open until the end of April. What does that mean? It means that there's a team of ambassadors reflecting the strengths of and diversity of our road and trail runners. It could be beginner runners, avid ultramarathoners. Our ambassadors will serve as role models, inspiring fellow runners and motivating aspiring athletes to reach their full potential. If you're interested, athletics underscore Ontario underscore running on Instagram. You can register now by checking their link. Not at all. 5 minutes, we're not doing too bad. It's so weird. So if anyone's listening on the live stream, I've got the echo of my voice on the other side. It's really weird hearing yourself online, seeing yourself online. But you know what? Happy Trails Racing, Jeff Rowthorne, their volunteer coordinator, Byron Guptill, who's running our live stream today. You know what? They're awesome people. They do great work for the road and trail communities here in Ontario. And what else would we be in this world without good people? So I did my first official 100-mile race right here in Dundas Conservation Area, where the Foxtail rail trail race goes on. It's going to be starting their 50K in about 20 minutes. It's also where they have their Tally in the Valley event, which is a 7K loop through the conservation area. That was where I got my first 100-mile official buckle. Jeff will say that I did do one unofficial during 2021 during the pandemic, but I knew first official buckle had to be a Jeff Rowthorne, had to be a Happy Trails buckle. So here at the Foxtail Rail Trail Race, we have the 50K Ultra Marathon, the 25K, 10K, and 5K races. We'll be sending our 50K runners off in about 20 minutes. You know what? It's an amazing race. Weather's holding up so far. One of the first trail races of the season, brought to us by our friends at Happy Trails Racing. As you can see, we have our schedule up on the screen. We're going to be bringing some friends on. Like I said, race director Jeff Rowthorne, volunteer extraordinaire and ultra marathoner in her own right, Grace Panoff. And we may see if we've got some special surprises as well. La Sportiva is going to be joining us, as we said. They are a new partner for Happy Trails Racing. They will be at every Happy Trails race this season, which includes, and hey, you know what? If you're listening and you haven't registered yet, Rugged Raccoon Trail Race on May 3rd, still open and available for race entries. Their first Blaze Trail Race in June. As I said, Tally in the Valley, an awesome 7K loop you can do for 7K, 21K. They've got a 6-hour, a 12-hour, a 12-hour night race, of which Grace Panoff has been the winner. We also have the 24-hour race, and again, the 100-mile event that I completed actually for the past 2 years. Last year as part of the Ontario Triple Crown. So that is what we dubbed the Ontario Triple Crown of 100s. The Sulphur Springs Trail Race in May, Tally in the Valley in July, and of course the Haliburton 100-miler in September. Complete all three, you have the Ontario Triple Crown. Myself, Trevor Dale, competed for the crown. Technically I finished it first, but he finished it fastest in the cumulative time, so hey, anyone in 2025 who is interested, Ontario Triple Crown, that Tally in the Valley Trail Race by Happy Trails Racing in July, that's got to be on your dance card. But if, you know what, you're at the cottage in July, you got other things going on, they also have the Falling Water Trail Marathon in August. They've got the Monster of Mazenod Trail Race in September, Sticks and Stones on Thanksgiving weekend, which is actually a nice, fun little event. They've got a 6-hour that I've done there a couple of times. And, you know, it brings a lot of people out. As we said, this is our maiden live stream voyage. There will be hiccups, there will be fun, there will be laughter, but you know what? With Happy Trails Racing, we know it's always a good time. And to finish it off, if you have never done the Beeve, that is also available November 1st, the Beeve Trail Race by our friends at Happy Trails Racing. It is a gem in the trail running community. And you know what? If you are fortunate enough to do a Happy Trails racing event, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. We are exceptionally fortunate in Ontario to have the wealth of races, but especially those by our friends at Happy Trails Racing. So if you have never been to a Happy Trails racing event, a number of them are competed at the Dundas Valley Conservation Area. Again, it also plays host to many other Ontario races. Their Tally in the Valley race, their Foxtail event, their Leftovers event is sometimes here in December. It's also part of the Sulphur Springs Trail Race course. Look, we got our friends. We have Sue, who's going to be doing our wonderful photography for us today. We're trying to coax her on. Sue, come on over. No, she likes being behind the camera. Oh, Byron might bring her. Say hi, Sue.
Hi, John.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
We love Sue. She gives me grief when I mess up her pictures. We love that she's joining us here at the Foxtail Trail Race event. You know, you see this smile, it is because the Ontario trail racing community is something special. I've been fortunate enough to do races in Quebec, in a number of our partners to the southern states, and I know that everybody has a soft spot for their home, and I am fortunate enough to say that Ontario, Happy Trails Racing, Athletics Ontario, it is home for me. So we are just 13 minutes-ish. I mean, it is a trail race, of course. 13 minutes-ish away from our race start here at Tally in the Valley for our 50K event. Got my friend Jesse here, too. We met at Conquer the Canuck quite a number of years ago. I got to tell him stories of my grandfather at that moment in time. My grandfather, of course, Peter Manning, Athletics Ontario Hall of Fame member, Athletics Canada Hall of Fame member, elite level track coach for over 50 years, and the reason why my mom got into the industry, the current chair of Athletics Canada, Helen Manning. And of course, she's the one that dragged me out at the age of 6 to help officiate track meets, running results up and down the stairs. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Granddad. You got me into this, and
Hey,
I love you for it.
one quick sec. We're going to say 10 minutes to race time in a second. Right now. Go for it.
We are getting the announcement of...
Check.
We are 10 minutes away. My friend Jesse is going to call us in.
Check. Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, we are 11 minutes from race time. 50K starts in just under 11 minutes. See you all at the start line in 5 minutes. We'll gather at the start line in 5 minutes. Thanks all. Have a good morning.
And you heard it. That is Jesse. He is letting us know that we are 5 minutes away from the race briefing, 10 minutes away from race start for this year's Foxtail Trail Race from Happy Trails Racing, 10 minutes away from the start of our 50K Ultra Marathon event. So the cool thing, if you've never been a part of a Happy Trails race, especially here at Foxtail, it is definitely their fastest trail race. It kicks my butt every time because I don't know what it is with me and this wonderful Hamilton Rail Trail. My feet don't like it, but it apparently is fast for other people. So it is their fastest trail race, possibly the fastest 50K race in Canada. Close to as flat as you can find, but still with some gorgeous scenery. You pass by some conservation land, forests, ponds, creeks, and it gives you kilometer markers pretty much all throughout the course, keeping you on track. Dundas Valley Conservation Area, we thank them so much for their support of the Happy Trails family. We could not do it without their support. So for an event like this, there are some great services, great support, awesome parking, enclosed bathrooms inside the rail office, which I know that my wife and anyone who comes to support me at trail races here supports. So at the Dundas Valley Trail Center, where we begin, the 50K takes a 25K course and doubles it. We start at the Trail Center, head east on the Hamilton to Brantford Rail Trail to the Hammer View Aid Station. Then racers will return to the Trail Race Center, where we've got drop bags. We have an aid station, nice and filled with some amazing volunteers. By the way, if you've never been a volunteer at a Happy Trails racing event, you will get 50% off any race. And you know what? If my math is right, you volunteer at 2, you get a full race for free. Yes, that is a full free race entry. Volunteer twice at a Happy Trails racing event. Come on, we'd do it without the swag. But our volunteers will be here at the Trail Center. Will then take us out west on the rail trail to Possum's Landing Aid Station. Possibly our friend Louie will be out there supporting. He was when I did this race a few years ago. Then they return to the Trail Center. That finishes the 25K. And if you do 50K, that is 25 times 2. Okay, baby Kenzie, my little girl, 25 times 2 is... Yeah, that's right, that is 50. So, shout out to my daughter and son, who hopefully are watching this. Hopefully not too much, because they are still young, and they should be outside playing instead of on screens. My personal opinion. We mentioned the aid stations. The aid stations will have some amazing ultra-running aid station goodies, sweet and salty snacks, water, electrolytes, PB&J. It is nice, and it's about 17, 18, 19, 20 degrees, so the gummy bears won't melt. We are just ready for our race briefing. Our wonderful race director, Jeff Rothorn, wearing his newly partnered La Sportiva shoes, is going to be joining us here for the 50K race briefing. He is responsible for all of this fun. We love Jeff, and we're going to be turning it over to him momentarily.
And then we're going to switch on. Are you a dead air now? Okay, excellent. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like our play-in shoes.
Check, check.
Every Sunday's getting more bleak. Poison each week. We were born sick. You heard them say it. My church offers no.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 50K. Renowned runner and race director Jeff Rothorn is about to make the pre-race announcement. If you can come gather at the start line, we're about to hear the pre-race, and here's my son Ian Charlie. Ian Charlie?
Hi.
Hey buddy, are you ready for a great race today? Please join us at the start line for the pre-race announcements from race director Jeff Rothorn.
For the race?
No, I cannot run with this, bud.
Hello. Yep. That's good.
Okay, we just want to make sure that it's in here.
I just don't know how far they'll be able to hear me.
5 minutes.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me over there? Yep. All right. I'm going to make a few pre-race announcements, and then we'll get you started. We have 5 minutes until race start, so we are going to start right on time. First of all, The HCA, Hamilton Conservation Authority, joins in stewardship of lands and waters with Indigenous peoples. Did I cut it? Who have cared for them since time before memory. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather and the HCA watershed is part of the treaty lands and territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee. As an organization, we are committed to learning about the shared history and experience of Indigenous people in Canada and creating relationships based on respect, trust, and friendship. In our shared gratitude for every aspect of the natural world, may we create a lasting legacy now and for generations. Okay, this is information that's specific to the 50K race. So you're going to be going out to Main Street West, 5.1 kilometers. We have taken 50 meters off since last year. So yay, 50 meters shorter. The course is still probably going to be a couple hundred meters over 50K, but you're a little bit shorter anyways. On the way up, you're going to cross a wooden bridge where the trail divides into two. It doesn't really matter which one you take, but I recommend taking the higher ground, the wooden bridge. It is a tiny bit shorter and less hilly. Please be careful when you're crossing the roads. There will be a marshal at the busy the road crossings. I'm going to get a little closer. After to here, should I go to the other mic? After
Maybe we'll use the wired mic. Maybe we'll send over here.
okay.
Maybe we'll use the wired one and we'll stand over here. And you might not be as well seen, but here, let me turn the mic.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's got to go up a bit. Yeah.
Are we good? No, a little louder. Testing. Okay, so after turning to here, then you're going to head in the direction behind you for 7.5K to the Opossums Landing aid station and turn around.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Maiden voyage.
It's because of those. What size are you?
Well, 8 or 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah. Got baby feet. How?
For the 50.
Probably narrower than the men's, aren't they?
Pretty wide.
Hello?
Yeah, so that would be about a. I wonder why the.
Because they were low charged.
No, it seems to be fine.
Is our audio picking up right now? Or is okay. The 2025 Foxtail Rail Trail Race from Happy Trails Racing. We're just waving off our 50K runners. They'll be going out 5K and back. We'll see them in about 10K, I believe 10.2. They will be joining us back here at the Trail Center and then off on to the west. As we said before, our Happy Trails racing team is partnering today with La Sportiva, their first partnership race together. They will be partnering for this entire year of Happy Trails racing events. We hope to have them starting around 9 a.m. Also a reminder that the Happy Trails racing events are sanctioned by Athletics Ontario. Athletics Ontario is the provincial sanctioning body. They are also seeking applicants for the 2025 Running Ambassador Program. If you are interested in becoming an Athletics Ontario Running Ambassador, check them out online at AthleticsONT or at athletics_Ontario_running on Instagram. The wonderful and amazing and lovely to work with Kate Van Buskirk, the road and trail consultant, is putting together the ambassador program along with the road and trail guru of Athletics Ontario, Cheryl Preston. They are awesome people, as are our friends at Happy Trails Racing. Their races being sanctioned by Athletics Ontario as always. So as we said, this is our maiden live stream voyage. We have just let our 50K runners off at the Happy Trails Racing Foxtail Rail Trail event. They will be returning in about 10K. They go 5K out, 5K back on the beautiful Hamilton to Brantford Rail Trail. They will join us again, as will our race director, as will our friends from La Sportiva, for interview sections in just a little bit. And if you don't hate the sound of my voice, we also have the Athletics Ontario Running Podcast. We are 150 episodes in. We've been joined by friends from Happy Trails Racing. Jeff Rothorn, Byron Guptill have both joined us on the podcast a number of times to talk all things trail racing in Ontario. Got to meet some amazing people as the host of the Athletics Ontario Running Podcast, formerly the Trillium Running Podcast. But you know what? We wanted no confusion. It is Athletics Ontario for you, for all, for life. I am third generation Athletics Ontario, and I could not be happier about that. Now, what else do we want to talk about here? We've talked about aid stations. We talked about the 50K course. How about some of the fastest times on this Foxtail Rail Trail event? Now, you had heard me mention that this used to be an August event, but ever since they moved it to April, 3 of the fastest times have been run here on the 50K course. 3 hours, 21 minutes, 35 seconds by William Walsh is number 3. Number 2 Matt Tribe in 3 hours, 19 minutes, and 51 seconds, and the fastest male time. Paul Vanisveen, 3 hours, 14 minutes for 50K here on the Foxtail Rail Trail event. Not to be outdone, we will look at the fastest women's times at 4:23:35 in 2022. Actually, that would have been on the old course, so that's some decent speed there. Neela D'Souza. We have Lily Wu completing it in 2024, 4 hours, 21 minutes, 51 seconds for 50K. And then the fastest female 50K time here at the Foxtail Rail Trail event, Rebecca Krusselbrink. I've been fortunate enough to run alongside her for the Enduro Run in 2023. 4 hours, 13 minutes, 30 seconds. Good grief. She is something special. And a full-time in the medical industry. So she is awesome people doing amazing work. I've got Byron's dog at my feet, so you know what? I'm having a blast. We're here at the Foxtail Rail Trail event. 50K runners are off. We still have about an hour and 10 minutes before our 25 and 10K runners go off. Man, this is pretty cool. Shout out to Byron Guptill. He was the brainchild behind this live streaming event, and I could not be more grateful that he has asked me to be a part. And yes, friends, there will be some dead air. There will be some hiccups. There might be some mistakes. I'm going to try to keep my language PG at best. I have my teacher voice on, so we will make sure that this is a clean live stream. So if my kids are watching, if my kids are listening, they will not have to cover their ears. So, as I said, we've got our 50K race out. Our runners are on their first 5K stretch. They're going all the way out to the aid station at 5K, turning around back here at race start finish. That's 10K, which means they have 7.5K to go west, 7.5K back for 25K, rinse and repeat. And they will want to, because they have some wonderful aid stations along the way. And if you've never been a part of a trail racing event, thank you for joining us here at the Happy Trails Racing live stream for Foxtail Rail Trail. But if you have not, we have some of the best snacks available. PB&J, gummy bears, Skittles, sometimes M&Ms, definitely watermelon. My favorite and the best part about this time of year is the gummy bears will not melt and turn into some really weird slime type material. Yes, that actually does happen. If you come back here at the Dundas Conservation Area for the Tally in the Valley event that Happy Trails Racing hosts here every July. Last weekend in July, there are still registrations available for the 7K, 21K, 6-hour, 12-hour, 24-hour gong show, and 100-mile events. Yes, the gummy bears do tend to melt there, but our friends here at Happy Trails Racing always take care of you. I have had freezies here. I have had popsicles. I have had rain showers provided by misting machines. They treat their runners very well. They also treat their volunteers really well. As you heard me say before, volunteers here at Happy Trails Racing volunteer at one race. You get 50% off a race registration. Volunteer at 2, that is a free race registration. And you know what? You'll do it anyway, but you may as well get some nice kudos and swag for it. So thank you to our volunteers. Thank you to Happy Trails Racing. We are here at the 2025 Foxtail Rail Trail event. We're playing around with cameras. We have some amazing volunteers here already starting out. They've been here since 6 a.m. getting set up. They do some amazing work here at Happy Trails Racing. If you're interested in volunteering at any of their events, you can check out their website, check out their Instagram at Happy Trails Racing. My friend Byron Guptill, LIVESTREAM extraordinaire, is going to be responsible for you as a volunteer. He takes care of all of his volunteers. And even though there are some races that are full here at Happy Trails Racing, because they are amazing people and they do take care of the runners, so runners want to come back. But if you are interested in being a volunteer, you could also volunteer at the Sunburn Solstice Trail Race, June 21st.
Rugged Raccoon, too.
Well, Rugged Raccoon, they could volunteer. They could also register to run, but there are some closed races that they could volunteer at. And those closed races might be the Devil's Key Trail Race, where Byron will not let me drive the bus.
Oh, no.
Or at first place. But you can volunteer at any of their races, but there are some races that are full at this point. But yes, your next chance to volunteer is the beginning of May 3rd, the Rugged Raccoon Trail Race. It is a night event. They do some really, you know what, if you're training for a night race, that really is a great opportunity too, because it's supported. You know that there's reflected blazes, there's reflected mile markers, there are headlamp demos. So if, for example, you're taking on a 100K or 100-mile race this year, or like myself, you're doing a 200-mile event, shout out to our friends at Sinister Sports. They're putting on the Sioux 200 this year in beautiful Sault Ste. Marie. I will be joining them for the 200-mile inaugural event. And so I'm going to be running during the night too. So Rugged Raccoon gives you the chance to experiment with some night running. And so you can come out for 25K, 10K, test out your night chops, because it is different. And it's not just the trying to navigate trails during the night, but also you have to understand you slow down at night. You may have to look at bringing in some caffeine, bringing in some branch chain amino acids to make sure that you are awake and alert. So that is the Rugged Raccoon Trail Race. It is available to register. It is available to volunteer. And that is May 3rd. Check them out on Happy Trails Racing on Instagram. We are about an hour away from the start of our 10K, the start of our 25K. And when you are done... Hey, Byron.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
We're just talking all things volunteering. Why volunteer at a Happy Trails
you
Racing
hear?
event?
I don't know. Can we hear?
Can we hear?
I don't know. I don't think so. Let's do this. Let's do this.
See, it is our maiden voyage.
Yeah.
We are doing our best.
Yeah. Well, if you can hear yourself on the speakers, then we can hear.
Okay.
But if we can't hear ourselves on the speakers, we can't hear.
Okay. Well, babe, send me a text if you can't hear me. Otherwise, I got my live stream.
Oh yeah.
At least my wife's listening.
Is she?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Say hi to my
okay.
wife.
Hi. How's it going? What's up? Okay, so you were going to interview me or something.
I am?
I guess so. About volunteering?
Yeah. So, Byron, why do you want to volunteer at a Happy Trails Racing event?
Well, volunteering at Happy Trails is a very special thing. Absolutely, because when you volunteer here, you just have a perma-smile on, just from being around the community. Like, I think I heard John say earlier, one of the things that you get is you get 50% off to any of the races if you volunteer once. And, of course, if you volunteer twice, you double that up. That's a free race. Or you could apply it to 2 races, 50% at 2 different races. Or you could keep coming back and keep volunteering, and we'll, you get the idea.
So I don't think I've ever asked you, what got you involved in Happy Trails at the Impetus? Because I know Jeff Rothorn's been the race director since the start, and his wonderful wife Heather has been a part of it as well. But you've pretty much been day one too. So how did that get involved?
Well, it started this one time when I was running the Fat Ass with Heather, and we were chitty-chatting, and she's talking about some of the challenges that they're having, and so I effectively put my hand up and said, "Hey, let me help," and that's kind of where it all started.
Well, if you're interested in finding out all about Byron's story, he joined us on the Athletics Ontario Running Podcast back in the day to tell his full story. He is an ultra runner in his own right with some awesome races this year. Last year, we ran together Sulphur Springs. Year before, you crewed me at Sulphur Springs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's right.
friends ever since.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's been a good time. If you haven't already, come on down or just stay on the live stream. Whichever. I mean, it's apparently really hot today, so it's a good day to be outside, that's for sure. Hopefully the rain holds off. It's been holding off so far this morning, so that's a wonderful thing. Yeah. All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to go move around.
So thank you, Byron Guptill, for joining us here on the Foxtail Rail Trail Race live stream inaugural event. We have some idea of what we're doing. He has more idea than me. I have very little idea, but I'm just going to keep talking until they either give me the hook or I lose my voice. So, we are here at the 2025 Happy Trails Racing. Actually, this is their first event this year. So, we have the 2025 Foxtail Rail Trail Race. It is launching their wonderful year of events. That includes, as I said, the Rugged Raccoon Trail Race in May 3rd. Sunburn Solstice Trail Race in June, which is sold out, but you can still volunteer, as my friend Byron just said. First Blaze Trail Race in June 12th. Tally in the Valley Trail Race July 26th. 7K loop right here at the wonderful Dundas Conservation Area. Falling Water Trail Race in August. They have a busy summer. It's probably because Jeff's a teacher. The Devil's Key Trail Race, August 23rd. Monster of Mazenau Trail Race, September 20th. Sticks and Stones Trail Race, Thanksgiving weekend. Fun for the whole family. It really is, actually. I've done that race a few times. The Beef Trail Race at the beginning of November. Lost Valley Trail Race, November 15th. And perhaps it is the year to do the Leftovers Trail Race, December 6th. Cool thing about our friends here at Happy Trails is they know how to take care of their runners. So this year, they're introducing a few new elements to the Foxtail Rail Trail Race event, one of which is, and if you're listening, the live stream. So I'm joining them. My name's John Shep, the host of the Athletics Ontario Running Podcast, multi-year Happy Trails runner and volunteer. But also they have a full recovery zone. They have yoga, they have stretching, they even have a portable sauna. So as we said, our friends at Happy Trails Racing know how to take care of their runners. Hope you are having an amazing day. We know that our runners are. We're about 18 minutes into our 50K event. We are less than an hour away from the start of our 10K and 25K runs. We then have our 5K going off at 9:15. As racers are coming in, we will have awards throughout the day. We will have interviews with La Sportiva, Grace Panoff, volunteer extraordinaire. We might get Jeff Rowthorne, race director, on the live stream as well. You've seen Byron. He is personing the technology for this event. We have Byron's puppy here who's having a snooze, was by my feet, keeping me comfy, keeping me warm. As Byron said, it's a nice day outside, so I don't need a puppy to keep my feet warm. But it is always nice. It might rain. Puppy might have to join me again. Again, amazing weather here for the inaugural 2025 race in the Happy Trails Racing Series. Another amazing thing that Happy Trails Racing does is they have merit badges. So if y'all were Cub Scout like me, you loved your badges. You got them for things like sewing and for... I don't think they ever did hunting. That would have been kind of interesting to give an 8-year-old something to hunt with. But at least me being untrained, you wouldn't want to give my brother or I anything sharp. But needless to say, you can actually get merit badges for running Happy Trails Racing events. So 200K, and above, you can work towards some badges. So you've track your distance over 2 years. So you take your cumulative 2 years, submit the form on their website, and then once you submit a badge, you can get distance of 150K. And you know what? Why not? We all like